Greetings from home, dear ones. I am the keeper of time. The illusion of time is becoming very interesting on planet Earth, and here you are all waiting for the next aspect. So much is starting to unfold now, it's a grand time to be here. We are overjoyed that you are here holding hands, making things work in the most beautiful ways. The illusion of time as the keeper of time, I watch the illusions of time that you have created. Time is a human construct you have made for yourselves. It gives you a space to live in, a space to work in. You view life as being on a linear time frame, but in reality, there is only this very moment. You have the past, which is a memory, you have the future, which is a potential or a hope. You also have this beautiful now moment. But it is very difficult for humans to live only in the now. You wish to learn from the past, and you also wish to project into the future. And so you make it happen in exactly that way, for it is all a creation of your own. We began our What Is series last month by talking about what is love. Now we'll talk about your path. In metaphysics you often hear about the grand opportunities to be on a path. However, focusing on looking for a path actually takes away some of your freedom because it requires you to follow something. In reality, dear ones, you don't need a path at all. Sometimes you look for the path of least resistance, to avoid challenges and flow through life effortlessly. Well, that's not exactly what your spirit had planned for you, is it? Many of you have restrictions on your path, which are specifically designed for you to learn, achieve, or complete something. You often have been working over many lifetimes to reach these goals. The light from home illuminates the path you are feeling the light from home coming through. Welcome home. Your spirit did have a set path that you wanted to follow. It knows very well about all the aspects of being a human, getting lost in your own thoughts and travels on planet Earth. But now here you are, looking for the next step. And we know it's becoming confusing for many humans on planet Earth, especially those of you who are incredibly empathic. You are the empaths that have come in with a very thin veil. Some of you have painful memories, and sometimes that causes you to alter your path going forward. But this is entirely up to you, for you truly have the opportunity to change your path at any moment. We've spoken many times before about being multidimensional. Ultimately that means you have multiple paths side by side, going in diverse directions and taking different turns. You now have an opportunity to integrate the challenges you've experienced into a more joyful state, which some call the fifth dimension. Well, you've actually been in the fifth dimension for quite a while. The challenge, of course, is that you keep trying to apply the old third-dimensional ways inside the fifth dimension. You are creator beings first and foremost, you are creator beings. You manifest everything you believe inside of the fifth dimension. It's fascinating to watch from this side of the veil, yet we know sometimes it brings you pain or challenges. Well, we are here this day to help you to choose perfectly on planet Earth. No matter your circumstances, dare to choose again if you are unhappy with where you are at this moment. It's very simple, dear ones. Your choices open up new paths, but it doesn't mean you have to stay on that new path. You may take a couple of steps on that path and decide to go in a different direction. It's the fear of change that causes many of you to stay on a path that either no longer serves you, or perhaps you're staying on it for other people, instead of for yourself. There are commitments you make in your life, to stay together with those you love, your family, children, and partners. You can choose that if you wish, when it brings you joy. But look at it from that perspective, dear ones. Living in a peaceful state within yourself is what the path is all about. There are many junctions ahead for you to shift paths. There are opportunities for you to step into your own energy and your own work. Lots of doors will be opening, which you may think would be wonderful. But in reality, when many doors open all at once, it can also be very confusing because you want to make the right choice. But it's the path you've chosen to get yourself here at this moment, so there's nothing that you would ever rewrite. Close your eyes for just a moment. Take a deep breath and feel the light all around you. Now, look at the path behind you. It's where you have been and what you've experienced. If you wish, you can change that and let go of the past. You could even go back and reroute it. But you won't, because it was perfect. It was exactly what you wanted as a spirit, and it evolved you into the person you are at this very moment. Yes, there are rough spots on the path. If you had only chosen the path of least resistance, you'd be bored silly and find it very frustrating. But now you have opportunities to create something magical, because you gain from every step you take on the path. Generational trauma imprints often, you're imprinted with things. Sometimes you even place yourself into a generational line where you can pick up things from past generations. We'll be speaking more of generational trauma soon. We're bringing a new modality to the Keeper to work with in the near future. It is simply a release from that commitment, from the restrictions that you have placed on yourselves. You are creative beings of the highest nature, but that does not mean you're better than all of your neighbors. You are not a higher consciousness than the other games throughout the universe. There are many more games than most of you can count, and you'll start to see more of this going forward. But to fully see it, you must become a little more multidimensional. That's now starting to happen, where your timelines start to cross each other. They imprint each other and you gain from that. You gain confidence, energy, and direction. Your paths may change, but there's no right or wrong about it. You have been places where you were taught to set goals, foresee the future, and see yourself in a different space. We will take you there as well, but we want you to feel the emotion of being there. If instead you only focus on the steps you take, it limits your spirit's ability to guide you internally. There are so many aspects of this, but right now we're going to ask you to close your eyes and take a deep breath. Feel the light from home as it enters through the top of your head and circles all around you. Feel the beauty of all the connections. Now turn around and look behind you at the path that has led you here. Yes, you will tend to bring up the negativity and challenges that you've experienced. You've overcome roadblocks, climbed mountains, and walked through mud puddles. As we've said many times, there's a secret to walking through mud puddles. Don't stop, just keep moving. When you get to the other side, you'll discover there was a reason that you did that. Become aware of the larger aspect of who you are and watch the magic start to unfold. Remember, dear ones, it is our job to hold that mirror in front of you. Not to teach you, but to help you remember who you are and that beautiful joy that you hold deep within. Breathe deeply, feel the hands on your shoulder as your guides now approach you. Feel the love that they have for you. Your third eye picks up the spiral of the electromagnetic spectrum, which brings it all together on your side of the veil. Envision the path ahead by feeling the emotion of it. As you've just looked back on your life, you've seen both the beautiful and the negative aspects. But you wouldn't change a thing. Why? Because it's helped you to become the spirit aspect of who you are in this moment. That is beautiful beyond your understanding. Know that the path you are creating for yourself right at this moment is allowing you to feel that same energy in the future. Whether it is 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years makes no difference. Feel the magic within, feel that joyful space that you have created yourself. Know that there are no wrong paths, not in your past or future, and certainly not at this moment. Take a breath and anchor this feeling deep within your own being. Swallow 3 times to bring it into your physicality in a different way. Connecting the universe, others to follow. Feel your light starting to grow and connect with others all around you. Feel the support of the universe through the path that you have taken. You've done well, dear ones. When you do finally decide to come home, we will greet you with open arms. We will celebrate you, like you have never celebrated before. Know that you are creating something very magical, dear ones, for the path is not just for you. There are many in the future who will study planet Earth and the magical things that took place during the awakening. Never before has any game throughout the universe changed dimensions the way that you are, shifting between the 3rd and 5th dimensions. It's magical, of course, but it also causes all sorts of challenges and separation. On one hand you're seeing all sorts of incredible advancements, while on the other there are difficulties. But these challenges are also opportunities for you to create the highest potentials. There are cycles throughout the universe, we see them as waves. You're entering an entirely new cycle of humanity as you step forward. And because of that, all eyes in the universe are on planet Earth both now and in the future. Family of light, the path that lies before you is much more important than you could possibly imagine. Not just for you, but for all that is. You are endless, eternal beings of light. You are the family of light of which we have spoken. We are so proud and grateful to be in your presence. Take this time in this energy and make the most of it, knowing it's not just for you. There will be eons of time that this work will be studied. What happened here? How did this take place? What is the grand aspect of every part of it? You will be seen and your name will go down forever in the annals of time. Trust me, for I am the keeper of time. You placed on earth the grand illusion of time. Time allows you to live in an aspect that you can understand. As you move further into the fifth dimension, you'll find that it's all about your heart energy, which is why we spoke of love before. Fall in love with every step of the path. Sometimes you only create the path just before your foot hits the ground, because you are creative beings of the greatest magnitude. Enjoy this journey, dear ones. Know that even though you are projecting into the future and trying to solve problems before they happen, you are right on time. You made it. We touch your heart in any way that we can. We are around each and every one of you. We watch and applaud as you make those steps, even those that you call missteps. Sometimes when you think you've taken the wrong direction, it gives you an opportunity for your spirit to grow in a new way. Know that the path in front of you will be perfect no matter where you go. Your perfect path, you see, dear ones, the greatest angels that have ever lived on this planet are here now. And they are also there to help each other, so look for them and be one of them. Reach your hand out whenever you're in a challenge, and ask for help. Just that alone can set into motion a grand connection into the fifth dimension, for the new world is here. You're still learning how to work with it, but your path is absolutely perfect. And with that, we leave you for now. We will be with you often to give you reminders of who you are, to hold that mirror in front of you until you can remember your true nature and beautiful spirit for yourself. It is with the greatest honor that we ask you to treat each other with the highest respect, nurture one another, and open those doors at every opportunity. Play well together. It's a grand, beautiful game of hide and seek, God hiding from himself, looking for herself. Welcome home, dear ones. We are the group of 9, and we are complete.